Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. So today we have some great news. One of my friend Lay, thank you Lay again, has confirmed to me that ANET has some great updates for Guild Wars 2. So she just linked me this place. So I'm gonna read it with you guys, and there's some good news about it apparently. So let's read it together. Hey Guild Wars community, it's JT and Colin Johansson here, the studio leadership team at ArenaNet. The past few weeks has been wild, oh yeah, and we're absolutely humbled by the reception of Guild Wars 2 End of the Dragons. I am very happy. Actually, I'll be sincere with you. I have way more fun with End of the Dragons than Shadowlands from World of Warcraft. I'll be very sincere with you. This is way more fun. The story, the lore, the level design, the graphic, the gameplay, everything. I don't understand why Guild Wars 2 is not top MMOs. Well, I don't understand. I mean, there are some things that could be, of course, improved because everything, any games that you play can be improved. But that's what Guild Wars 2 is all about. It's about understanding, and evolving and progressing. But I have a very good feeling about Guild Wars 2 getting at the top because I've been playing all the MMOs there is out there, and I think Guild Wars 2 by far is way more fun than any other MMOs that I've played so far. That is a personal opinion, but again, I've been playing video games for 30 years. I don't know if that counts. So, yeah. The dev team poured their hearts and souls into the expansion. I can tell. The music, I love the music, by the way. And also they put, I don't know if you guys know, but when you log in Guild Wars 2, they actually added the intro theme song of End of the Dragon, and I was surprised. I was like, holy shit! They actually did add the intro soundtrack. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I'm very happy about that, and I love this. Every music, like even if you just adventure anywhere in the like in Saithong or even in Kanang City, like specifically Saithong, I would say, because the music is pretty good. I was like, sometimes I just adventure. I just go to a certain spot because I know they're gonna put that music that I love, and it's like so rich. The music is so rich. It's like so powerful. And this is just a video game, but when you emphasize, when you put your time into details such as that, like the music soundtrack, and to me it means a lot because I'm a music producer, and when you put all that together, it's amazing, and it feels good. It feels good to listen. It's like watching a movie almost, and that's why I like it. Anyway, which was developed from start to finish during one of the most challenging periods in our life. Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you mean because the COVID, what's going on around the world, and also the launch came out at the same time as what's going on, in Ukraine, unfortunately. And I was happy and sad at the same time because Guild Wars 2 is like such a big expansion, but it has to be released exactly when some douchebag government, I'm not gonna name who, decided to do a douchebag hit to another, like innocent country. I'm really upset about that, and that's why my feelings is really, really mixed. That's what I would say. I'm very happy about Enter the Dragon, but I'm sad that it is released at the same moment as that douchebag government decided to do some douchebagging to another innocent country. But I'm not gonna go too much in detail because I don't want to derivate this this video to into something else. So we cannot thank the team enough for their hard work. Oh yeah, thank you, ANET. I sincerely, as a 30 years video game player, if I hate a game, I will say it. If I love a game, I will say it. And I love your game. Thank you, Annette. Like everything about it is not just even about, it's not even just about one class. It's about every classes. Every classes is End of the Dragons are so fun to play. Right now, you're seeing me playing Untamed Ranger. That's because I just started playing End of the Dragon, so I cannot play every classes all at the same time. But eventually, as I progress, I will be playing all the other classes. Trust me on that. Just bear in mind, I haven't even finished leveling my warrior, my mesmer, my guardian, and is there another? I think there's another one. I forgot which one. But there's four classes I haven't finished. So unfortunately, I will not be able to play their new elite spec yet because I still need to level them up to level 80. I know I have a booster, but I don't want to use the booster because I don't want to cheat. Well, not cheat, it's not cheating, but I mean like, like I don't want to jump from A to Z right away without progressing naturally, and because like the char, because right now I'm leveling up the warrior char, and I want to, I want to do the storyline. I don't want to jump from A to Z and just skip all the storyline. You know what I mean? That's a personal decision, by the way, but I will eventually get there. We cannot thank the team enough for their hard work, attention to detail, and their dedication to the studio, the franchise, and our fans. We also want to extend the same gratitude to you, our community. We're here today because of your support and trust. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. While the end of the Elder Dragon cycle might seem like a natural moment to start winding things down, we're happy to say loudly and empathetically that Guild Wars 2 has a bright future ahead of it. Well, that's even better. Good news is good news. Last July, we said that we were making some big changes at the studio that are necessary to make our ambitious goals a reality. Since then, we've strengthened our leadership team, worked to improve our communication with all of you. That reminds me of of something in the past. I'm not gonna say it because no, communication is important. One thing I need to mention to ANET, if you're listening, ANET, uh, I don't know if I want to say it, but yeah, it's about the Twitter thing. Like Twitter, Facebook, and stuff. You want to make sure that you, kind of allow the right people to speak on your behalf. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too much in detail, but you know what I mean. The thing is that whatever, if let's say you have a dev, that's kind of, I don't know, that has a Twitch or Twitter, or not a Twitch, but like a Twitter or like a Reddit, or who's ever on social media. Let's say you hire someone who's already has a fan base, right? And that person happens to have, like, I don't know, a lot of people in his, fan base. You might want to make sure that, they keep things professional, that everything that is pertained to work remains at work, and you know, I don't know how to say it better because I'm afraid to say the wrong thing, so I'm not gonna say anything anymore. But you know what I mean, because it's important that, because if you communicate with the community, and then you mix work, and friends and non-friends, and mix all everything in the same thing, and you can get a nuclear bomb, and we don't want that. We want everybody to be happy actually. So yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And shipped the third expansion for Guild Wars 2. The third expansion. What the what? Wait, what? We said that we were making some big changes. Since then, we've strengthened work to improve our communication with all of you and shipped the third expansion. Oh, you mean Enter the Dragon? Okay. We've also invested in a major foundational long-term project to ensure the game's future, like Derek X11, Legendary Armory. Huh? Legendary. Oh, what? Okay, World v World, restructuring. Well, there's one thing. Okay, if Anna's listening, there's one thing. There's one thing. There's two things that would make my life. Well, actually, three things that would make me kind of happy. But I mean, this is me, by the way. World v World. Uh, no, actually, no. I take that back. Because if I want to, because I was about to say that when you get into World v World, you automatically get into a group. I don't know. Is that, like, would that be feasible? Would that be a good thing? That actually, let's say I log in into World v World, that I automatically join a group, like a 50-man group or whatever group, that we actually stay. Like, would it be a good thing or not a good thing? Because some people wants to roam, some people don't want to be in a group. So that's the thing. That's the thing I was wondering. Like, how would that be a good or not a good thing? What if I want to roam and I don't want to be in a group? What if I just want to roam and just, roam technically? So that's why, because if I want to roam and I get into a group automatically, it wouldn't make any sense, because the group would be, hey, how come you're not helping us? I'm roaming. I didn't ask to be in your group. I'm just automatically in your group. So yeah, no, screw that. What I wanted to say would be the dungeon, the like raids or strikes, or even strikes. I would say strikes or raids. What I think I would be great, I would be to have a, like, like a queuing, like a group queuing, like a looking for group, like just like in World of Warcraft, where you would just queue, and you would be automatically, teleported to the raid or the strike. Because people, I think a lot of people would like to try strikes. So you would have like the looking for group, looking for group strikes, which means that the boss would be quite easy, like easier than a regular strike. Like, I don't know if you play World of Warcraft, but in World of Warcraft, looking for group strikes or raids are quite easy. They do have mechanic, but it's not as hard as regular raids. And then you have heroic raids, and then you have mythic heroic, which is like super duper mega hard. You know what I mean? So I think that would be great if you could add that, because a lot of people likes PvE. A lot of people, they want to do what is it, raids and strikes, but a lot of people are shy to actually trying to look for a group. Me personally, it's not that I'm shy. I'm like, I don't know if I'm lazy. I think I'm lazy. But okay, the first reason is because I mostly do PvP. I like open. Okay, wait. I love open world. I love unranked arena, and I love world v world. Okay, this is pretty much, and I love gathering and fishing. Okay, and this is pretty much all what I do in Guild Wars 2. Everything else to me is secondary. But back in World of Warcraft, I used to raid a lot and looking for groups. I used to do a lot of raids and looking for group. I did regular raids when I was in the guild, but then you need to find a group. Then you need to find a group, a dedicated group that loves raids, because regular raids would be quite significantly different when it comes to mechanics versus looking for groups, raids, or strikes, which would be significantly easier in the sense that pretty you can pug anyone in there. There will be some basic mechanic, but not hardcore. You know, just like Jormag or T-Quell. But then the thing, what I'm saying is that people would get in there. You would group up. It would be. That's one thing that's missing. I miss that from World of Warcraft. I used to go there, even though I don't do it all the time, but I would do it because I just love, to see if my DPS is good, if my healing is good. I would always be top heal. I wouldn't, well, not always, but like most of the time I'd be top because I knew I knew how to play my healer, whatever. But that doesn't matter. What I'm saying is like people, like to have this automatic queuing that you just jump straight into the strikes or the raids. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying. What do you guys think? Do you guys like that idea? That would be one thing. Um, Another thing is the what is it, the unranked arenas. I think it's good to have a 5v5, but I think it would be amazing to have a 5v5v5, just like in Elder Scroll Online. They have this deathmatch, as we call it, and it's a 5v5v5, and it's very fun. I'll be honest with you, I've been doing so much PvP. When I used to play ESO, I would only do that pretty much every day. I would just do like deathmatch. That would be so fun. If you could do that, would be great. Or if you could do like a 10v10 or a 15v15, like a medium battleground, or even a 40 vs 40. 40 vs 40, just like like Ashran in World of Warcraft, or Wintergrasp, like, or Alterac Valley. That would be amazing because I really enjoy doing those. Like, sincerely, that would be the main reason why I would resub to World of Warcraft, basically for these battlegrounds. So if you, ANET, can do that in the future, I don't know if it's complicated, I don't know if it's doable, and I don't know if it's feasible. I don't know if there's some complication behind that. But to me personally, as a 30 years video game player who loved World of Warcraft, I've been playing World of Warcraft for 16 years, 17 now. Well, 16. And yeah, battlegrounds were my life technically. So, and if you can have something like a Rathi Basin or like Eye of the Storm, well, it doesn't have to be similar, but something 15v15 at a map big enough for 15 players vs 15, I would be amazed. Or even 10v10. It doesn't have to be 15. It could be 10v10, or even a 20 vs 20 as a biggest. If you want to expand that, uh, the map to make it a little bit bigger. That would be great, but it has to be a map that is not too big like World v World. World v World is way too big. I do go there, I do enjoy it sometimes, but it's not something I'm longing for, in a sense that it's not like Ashran or Alterac Valley, in World of Warcraft. I wish you could have that. That's the only thing missing to me personally, to just like tell the entire world to just switch to Guild War. Well, I think a lot of people from World of Warcraft has switched to Guild Wars 2 because I have a lot of commenters that left many comments and they all told me like in my past video they all like they were from World of Warcraft. They seen some of my videos and they're like, oh, I want to try Guild Wars 2 because you're having so much fun. I'm like, man, you're welcome to try. It is fun. Trust me on that. I wouldn't be playing this game if it wasn't fun. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like a lot of people are joining, not just from World of Warcraft, from any other video game. So the more videos I do where I'm enjoying the game, the better indirect marketing I'm doing, for Guild Wars 2. And I'm not doing it to promote the game. I'm doing it because I really sincerely have fun. If you make me have that fun that I'm longing for, you don't even need to pay me. You don't even need to ask me to promote your game. I'm just gonna promote it because I love it so much. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I've been babbling too much this part. So this long-term focus is paying off. We're seeing incredible growth in the community. Oh, really? I don't have the stats. Is there someone who can tell me where do I see the stats for the actual stats for the player base count? Like I want to see how many players there was last year from this year, whatever. If anybody have the site, let me know. In fact, the number of active Guild Wars 2 player has more than doubled over the last 3 years. Well, that's good news. This growth has helped Guild Wars 2 End of the Dragons outsells our previous expansion. Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire, not bad for a game getting ready to celebrate its 10th anniversary. Oh shit. Oh yeah. I still haven't finished Path of Fire, by the way. I'm still on Living World Season 2, by the way. How we proceed we're from here, how we continue this momentum into the future, is something we've been spending a lot of time thinking about. Today we're ready to talk about the next phase. However, the details are best for the Guild Wars 2 leadership team to provide. Once again, I need to drink because I keep burping for no reason. Ah, that grape juice is good. For those of you who aren't familiar with them, we'll start with an introduction. Amy Liu. Wait, isn't it that girl who isn't it the person who does the dove voice for the pirate girl in the End of Dragons, the one who's like eating spicy noodles? That's what somebody told me. It's Amy Liu who does that. Wait, who's Amy Liu? Well, I'll check later. Is our executive producer? Okay, she's responsible for the how and when of Guild Wars 2 development. How and when. Okay, so she's like a big boss. She started as a game master and community manager for NSoft in 2004 and spent 5 years working across NSoft products. She joined ArenaNet for Guild Wars 2's launch in 2012. Wow. And has led many major project and expansion and coordinated scheduling, staffing, resourcing, and project management while solving challenges at the studio level. Amy was also instrumental in helping ArenaNet Studio audio department become the incredible triumph it is today. The audio department. You mean the orchestra thingy, or the mixing, the recording studio, or everything all together? It doesn't matter. I'm very satisfied right now. The music you guys did for End of the Dragon, I'll be sincere with you as a 30 years music producer myself, because the music that you guys are composing, I can do the same thing, but it's on like MIDI. I use like my own like home studio, and oh shit, I did not want to divulge that, but doesn't matter. Yeah, I can. Yeah, yeah. No, what you did is pretty very very good, but it requires if the fact that you hire a real orchestra is majestic. Because I even World of Warcraft, they wouldn't do that. Blizzard, they would hire one guy, one dude who would actually produce everything, just like me. They would hire me to do the entire soundtrack, technically, which is good. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's just, it's like, I don't know how to explain. It's like when you eat a cheeseburger and then you order like a big juicy steak, like half cooked with like garlic and shit. This is the difference. You guys are the heavy, tasty juicy steak with the garlic, and I am the cheeseburger. Technically, that's what it is. Anyway, man, that analogy, man, that analogy. God damn it! All right, Josh Grouch Davis. Oh my God, that's the guy who. Wow, I saw him, bro. He's in my video. This guy was in my video recently in Worldview World. Really? Okay, Josh Grouch Davis is taking on the role of game director. He's responsible for the what and why of Guild Wars 2 dev. He started as a Guild Wars community content creator and joined the dev team 2013, allowing us to continue a long tradition of recruiting team member from our passionate player community. Josh returned to ArenaNet in early 2021 as the head of live operation for Guild Wars 2 and has helped contribute to the growth and improvement to communication that we've seen over the last year. All right, Josh, you are in my video, god damn it. What? What the hell are you doing in my video? No, I'm joking. Like seriously, I did not know who he was. Like, oh shit, he's the what the hell? He's the game director of Shish Kebabbing. What the hell? All right, everybody. If you guys see Josh Grouch, if you see Papa Grouch, if you see Papa Grouch in Worldview World, everybody attack him. All right, there's an achievement apparently if we attack him. Everybody get him. No mercy. No mercy. No mercy. But in this case, in my last video, he was in my team, so I couldn't attack him, unfortunately. That's kind of sucks. Oh, oh, I see him showing up in one of my game again. He'd be like, "Oh, so you're the one who made that video? All right, let's do this. Let's do this." Oh man, this is fun. Between Amy, Josh, and the rest of the dev team, Guild Wars 2 is in great hands. You'll be hearing a lot more from them going forward while we, Colin and JT, focus on operation and high-level leadership of the studio. Take it away, team. 2022 and beyond. Hi, all. Josh and Amy here. We're so excited to talk about what's on the horizon for Guild Wars 2. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and settle in for a long one. Okay, I actually have grape juice, and that's about it. When we set out to build our plans for 2022 and beyond, we spent considerable time looking back on the last 10 years of the game's history, taking stock of where we succeeded and where we fell short. We reviewed players and press feedback, spoke to those at the studio who were here for the highs and lows, and dug into the mountains of data covering the span of the game's operation. At the end of the process, it was clear that there were two key areas we knew we needed to address as part of our plans. First, we need to prioritize delivering consistent update for our players. The release of Guild Wars 2 of the Dragons and the resolution of the third arc that was 10 years in the making feels like a fitting time to reevaluate the overall Guild Wars 2 experience, specifically how we provide regular content updates to our players and what those updates contains. This means continuing to tell compelling stories that expand the world of Theria while providing a better experience for those who enjoy modes such as world vs world, players vs player, and end game group content. Second, it's important that our plans allow our team to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Yeah, this is important. It's important because if you have too much, if you put too much workload on an employee, their health can diminish, and if their health diminish, they can become overworked. No, what is it? They can have a burnout, and when they have a burnout, they think bad things can happen. I used to have a burnout when I used to work in a company, and I wasn't good. I wasn't good at all. Oh my god. You know when you start to cry for nothing while you're at work, and you don't know why you're crying because you have there's so much thing happening, at work and in your personal life. You combine all together, and then you explode. You implode actually. That's called burnout. So you don't want them to have a burnout. Otherwise, if employees are not productive, you will not have a good end product. Guild Wars 2 will fall down. The employee needs to be healthy. Let me say that again. The employees need to be healthy psychologically and physically in order to be productive. So that's a very important sentence. Very extremely important sentence. We've always believed that our top priority is the health and well-being of our employee. Yeah, I was about to say something, but I'm not gonna say it because it's the past, and I don't want to say it. And anyway, and we're more committed to that now than ever. Okay, that's yeah, okay. This will help ensure that the exceptional team behind the Guild Wars 2 and the Dragon expansion will continue to be happy at ArenaNet for years to come. Well, this is the key. Let me tell you one last thing before I move on. It doesn't matter what product, what company, what video game you do. It doesn't matter what you do in life. Unless you have a healthy team, unless your team, your employees or your team, unless they are not productive, and for them to be productive, they need to be happy. And if they're not happy, they you'll never achieve that end product. It's like forcing a car to move forward when you know there is no fuel. It doesn't make sense, right? The car cannot move without fuel. Well, unless it's an electric car. But the point is, like anything in life, if you want to move forward, you need to have fuel. You need to have the energy. But that energy comes from the way they are feeling. The way they are feelings comes from how they are treated in the company. So if they are well treated and they feel like their work is good and they're happy and there's nothing wrong, unless exceptionally they have personal issues which should need to be still addressed, then you should be able to have an end product, a good game, a good video game, or a good whatever product you're building. So that is true what they're saying. This will help ensure an exceptional team behind. Yep. Our work on this front will largely be invisible to. Wait. Our work on this front will largely be invisible to you, and will mostly focus on improving our planning and day-to-day development process. Now let's shift gears and talk about what the futures hold. Full steam ahead. The Guild Wars 2 community has grown quite a bit over the last few years, but it could be even bigger. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's gonna get bigger. And I know you're gonna say that's what she says, but I think it's gonna get bigger. And we're talking about video games right now. All right. Now that Guild Wars 2 End of the Dragon is released, one of our top priorities as a studio is getting Guild Wars 2 ready for release on Steam and introducing the world of Tyria to an entirely new audience of gamers. Well, yeah. I mean, Steam is Steam, but it's not that. I'll be honest. Oh, yeah, it's a good thing. I'm not saying the bad thing. What I'm trying to say is that it's. How can I say this? The fact that it's you're putting it on Steam or not on Steam does not matter as much as how good is the game. Because if a game is great, no, let me say that back. If a game is good, people will talk about it. If a game is great, people will refer you to their friends and family. You know, so it depends on before. Yeah, I know what they're saying. Like it's a good thing, but what I'm saying is that, oh man, I don't know how to say it without because there are some things that are missing in Guild Wars 2 to me personally. I mean, it's missing in a sense that I'm still gonna play the game. Don't get me wrong. No, I'm still gonna play the game forever. Well, forever, until I die. But I mean, what I'm saying is that there are some things that could just exponentially make your game so much bigger. Like the first thing I would suggest, because I don't know if it's like I said, the 10v10, 15v15 PvP instances. If you could do that, just that, the 10v10, 15v15, or even 20v20 or 40v40, those medium battleground based, because there's so many players out there that just love battlegrounds, they love battlegrounds. Um, I don't know what to tell you. That's one thing. I mean, this is one thing that is missing to me to make it. How can I say, to make the game go holy shish kebab, And holy shish. The game is already holy shish kebab, but what I'm trying to say is that it could be so much more holy shish kebab than holy shish kebab. I don't know if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? There's something about World v World as well. World v World is good, but there's something I've noticed, and I don't explain, man. It's just that there's a mixed type of players in there. Like to me in my head, open world is like anything goes. You go in there, anything goes. There's no rules, nothing. You just go there. You do what you got to do. But apparently, there's some sort of ethical rules between players that, oh, before you fight me you have to bow, because if you don't bow then it's disrespectful, meaning that what you're doing is pointless. And it kind of brings me down in a way, because I'm like, I come from World of Warcraft where people just kick your ass while you're gathering flowers, and I'm used to that. Like anything goes, you check your back. That's the that feeling of like something may happen if I don't watch my back is fun. This is fun to me, you know what I mean? But you cannot do that. I mean, you could do that, but I mean, there's a lot of players in World v World. They don't. accept that type of behavior where you just go in there and you just I would say that you just kill, you just like shoot people without asking their permission. Like I kind of find it weird because I'm not like I'm not from I'm not like from I don't want to say Japan, but I'm not like like I'm not that type of guy like, oh, let's do you want to fight, like oh man, I don't know. I don't know, guy. I'm not that type of guy. I'm like that's why I do more unranked arenas. Like I enjoy unranked arenas because in unranked arenas you don't need to bow. You just PvP. Boom, 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 boom. You are there to fight. You're not there to like, oh, would you like to fight? Oh no. Oh, maybe we should. Oh, you know what? I'm just doing my dailies. I don't feel like fighting. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to roam a little bit more in this gigantic map where there's like one player somewhere in the corner turning in circle where I guess we'll never find each other and see if I can have that goddamn fight. Are you guys feeling my drift? Like that's why worldview world is good when there's like a lot of players already. There are already like a lot of players. When there's a lot of players, it's fun. But when you get in there and there's nobody, because sometimes I log in like early morning because that's when I can play. There's nobody. There's barely 10, 15 people. Sometimes there's not even 5 people. There's nobody to fight. So that's why. So the best time to log in is like around like 5 p.m. Eastern time or 7, 8. I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. I think it would be great maybe that in World v World that there's a guarantee amount of people playing when you get in there. So it doesn't matter if you roam or whatever you do, you're gonna have people with you. You don't understand because because World v World map is so big that it's so boring if you end up being by yourself. There's some instances I would just log in, I would just try to go map to map and see if there's anybody and there's nobody. I'm like, I was bored. I was like, holy shit, I never felt that bored in my entire life. But then the next day I would log in at like a different time and there's like 80 players. Like holy shit, holy oh, everybody's like it's like chaos. I love that moment. This is super fun. But that's the thing. I wish that every time you log in World v World, you would automatically be in a 80 man server, full server, ready, combat ready. Are you feeling my drift? That's what I'm saying. That's what's missing. That's what I think it's missing in Guild Wars 2. These detail, because you don't want to leave these details aside. You want to be the best. You got to consider everything. Trust me, I've been playing video games for 30 years. I know what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, I know what I'm talking about. But I mean, like, it's my personal opinion, of course. But what I'm saying is that Guild Wars 2, you have all the capabilities to be the best MMO, bigger than World of Warcraft. You have the capability. There's another thing I forgot to mention the UI interface. There's a problem with the UI interface to me personally because I wish, just like in Final Fantasy 14, we have the possibility to move the UI, to our own, to our favorite way to make it. Because the thing is, like, the boons are on the bottom right. We have our pet on the left if we have a pet. Also, our boons and our Condi or debuff are on the bottom right. Then I have to look in the middle what I'm attacking, and then I have to look at the enemy for his debuff and his debuff and Condi whatever I'm applying. So I have to look at 4 places: top, I have to look in the middle, bottom corner right, and bottom corner left. If I have a pet, or if I have like, well, we all have because we have other utility spells. That's the problem, the UI, because I have to look at 5 places at the same time when I play, and I get confused. That's one thing I don't like from Guild Wars 2 so far. That would be the only thing that I don't really, because in Final Fantasy 14 we could move our UI up and down and left. We have so much option to make our UI the way we want it, and I don't understand. I don't know if it's possible for Guild Wars 2 to do that. Why can't we do? Why is it that Final Fantasy 14 can do it, and why is it that we cannot? That Guild Wars 2 cannot do it? I don't understand. Well, I understand. I mean, there must be some coding and programming thing, but I mean that would be great because I want to make sure. Because the thing is, I want to see my boons like near, like house and like near my like. I want to be able to put it like a little bit higher. So when I look at my boon, I can see the enemy's boons and debuff at the same time. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I've noticed about Guild Wars 2. The UI interface, it could be maybe a little bit better. I wish there would be an option to actually, like like move the UI around so we can decide where we want the boons, how we want this and that. That would be great. That would be sincerely great. But again, it's up to the ANET to decide, not up to me. That's only my feedback. You only get to launch on Steam once, and we want to make sure we do it right. Well, yeah, it's a good thing, but like I said, if you could if you could take care of those little detail I just mentioned, that would have been a little bit. I think it would be better because a lot of bit player likes PvP or even raids, and they want to join a group without having to look for group. I don't know if you, well, they want to like have the option to look for group, to click a button, and how can I say, and then to automatically be transferred into, like a strike team or a raid team, so they can start doing the raid together. You know what I mean? That's one thing. I mean, I know some of you will say, maybe you may not like that way, but that's the me. I like. I like it. I would say this would be good for pugs, for people who wants to try raids. You know what I mean? If you want to try raids and strikes, but for people who are dedicated to raids, like hardcore raiders, then these guys would need to build their own group, their own guild, whatever, and then they would need to either queue for the raid or then go to the dungeon or raids, whatever they need to go in order to do the raid. Just like in World of Warcraft, same thing. Because if you want to do a regular, a heroic, or a mythic heroic raid, you need to have your guild, or you need to really need to build your group. You can't just like you can't do a pug. I mean, you could do a pug, but what I'm saying is that you cannot join looking for group like automated system in order to get into that heroic raids, because heroic is like a level higher than looking for group raids. Looking for group raids is more for like testing, trying, for people who are not too much of a hardcore raiders and they're still having fun. These people, they're a big part of the community. They want to try raid, but they don't want to do the hardcore raids and stuff right away, because they're like, I'm not a raider. I'm myself. I'm not a raider, but I don't mind to try. However, if you're gonna tell me, well, it's either you do it, either you don't do it, there's no trying, then I'd rather not do it at all, because raiding is not my thing. But if you're telling me that, then I'm not. I'll just go back to unranked arenas and open world and do my worldview world. I don't care. But if you want me to, like give me that spicy little thing about, hey, you want to try raids? Look, we have something for you. Looking for group. Click that shit. Get in there. Try with a lot of people who don't know shit, and then click buttons, hit that raid boss, and see what you get. Get some loots. It's fun. It's fun. And then you're like, oh, so that's how it is. All right, all right. I'm interested in raids, so you know what? I'm gonna join a guild where they do raids because now I know how it is. Okay, okay, I want to be a raider now. Are you feeling my drift? Are you feeling my drift here? See, these details, I wish you could have that before you put it on Steam. Before. Oh, that's only my opinion, of course. That's only my opinion. Alright, let's keep moving. Over the coming months, we'll be wrapping up work on the Steam integration, cleaning up some aspect on the early game experience, and ensuring that the game and the studio are operationally ready for the new platform launch. We're also working on getting DirectX 11 ready to exit beta. Okay, about DirectX 11. I'm not sure I understand. Like, I am on the beta DirectX. What does it like? And making it a default graphics setting for user. Okay, it's for the graphics. So apparently this makes the graphic look better. Okay, well I think it looks great already. So yeah, okay. Well, there's a thing I've noticed about um, like when you hit a mob. When you hit a mob. When you hit a mob, and then the what is it, the combat, the what is it, the numbers, when you crit and all that, it looks a little bit too, how can I say this, it doesn't look, it looks too much cartoonish. That's what I mean. When you crit or when you do damage or shit, It's not like World of Warcraft. Like you know when you like I don't know explain it. It looks too cartoonish. I don't know if it's a big deal, but to me I feel like it's okay. But I mean, it's not. I don't know explain, man. This is the hard part. It doesn't look like if you play World of Warcraft or you can see there's a little or even Final Fantasy 14. It doesn't need to look cartoonish when you crit or when you do something like when you do damage in order to look good. That's what I'm trying to say. So if we could have the option or if you could change it, or if we could have the option to change that graphic design, when you crit or when you do damage or when you gain health, when you gain whatever absorption, whatever, that would be great to have our own font. Is it we call it font? Our UI font? Yeah, our own style because it looks a little bit cartoonish. It's good, but it's kind of funny. It's just I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're not ready to commit to a hard date for Steam. Quite what? A hard date. Okay, but our hearts are set on launching this year. We'll keep you updated as things progress. Yeah, I wish you could if you could work on what I just said. Well, I mean, I mean, I'm just one guy, but I mean, I mean, yeah, whatever. Well, you do whatever you want. It's up to you. Living World Season 1 return. Oh, that's what Lay told me about. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Thank you, ANET. Thank you. Thank you so much, ANET. One of the most frequent pieces of feedback we hear about the new player's experience is that it is hard to get it into the Elder Dragons online story without the context of what happened in Living World. Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. And I did say that in many of my videos in the past. Like, I want to play Living World Season 1. But I know some of you said that, oh, I can relive it through fractals, but I don't want to do fractals. I just want to do the Living World Season 1 like I'm doing Living World Season 2, Living World Season 3, or Path of Fire, whatever. I just want to live it. That's all. I don't care about fractals and stuff. So that's good. Thank you so much. Content that was only available for a brief time in the earliest years of Guild Wars 2. Yeah, I still don't. I know some people explain it to me why, but I still don't get it. I'll be honest with you. I still don't get it why they did not. They erased it. Like, yeah, I think I remember is because it didn't fit the graphic or it didn't something didn't fit the actual the storyline. I don't know, like something didn't fit and they removed it. I forgot what, but I don't care if it fit or doesn't fit. I want to play Living World Season 1. I want to see Lady Casimir going berserk. Okay, I want to see Lady Casimir going berserk. All right. This year, much of Living Will Season 1 Scarlet War will be making a permanent return to Guild Wars 2 Return. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. We'll be combining the key story moments and experience of Living World Season 1 into 5 episodes that will be released throughout 2022. Thank you. Yes, our goal is to provide a cohesive bridge between the personal story and Living World Season 2 and give players the opportunity to earn many of the legacy achievement and rewards that have been unavailable all these years. The first episode, Flame and Frost, will release on April 19. Oh shit! Oh, shish kebab. Yes, thank you. April. Yes, 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 yes. This will be the date when everybody. Well, it's a good date because April, I think, is gonna be warm. Like I think the weather is getting warmer where I live. Wait a second. Got a drink. The season will conclude with the return of Battle for Lions arc, which will include a new strike mission and challenge mode. What? The season will conclude. Oh, shish kebab. Nice, nice, nice. People who like raids will be happy. Also, ANET, another thing, if you're watching my video, strike mission, raids, like, you guys are confusing. I think you should just I don't know, man. Because now you have strikes mission, you have raids, and as a new player, when I came, I was like, "What the hell? Why is there raids and strikes? Why not put them together? Like, why does it have to be confusing like that? Why don't you put raids or strikes are strikes? Because now you're putting strikes and raids, dungeons and fractals. Like, what the hell? Like, this is no. To me, it's a no because I'm like, why? Why do you complicate things? Like I don't know, but anyway, I don't know. Some people will have mixed feelings about this. Anyway, I know the difference. Don't worry. You don't need to explain to me, guys. I know the difference. I'm just asking a rhetorical question. It's no. I know why there's. I know that dungeons there's like it's more storyline based, which is good. Fractals is more like pew pew, right? All right, there you go. In challenge mode. We're excited for veteran players to be able to revisit the key moments of Living Well Season 1. Thank you. For the first time in nearly 9 years, and to give new players a better narrative introduction into the expansion and Living World content that follows it. Living World Season 1 will be a free addition to the base game for all players, including free accounts. Forever. What? Wait. Living World Season 1 will be a free addition. Oh! Well, that's good news. Wow, that is actually good news. That is a great gift, by the way. Oh yeah, oh yeah. In the July 2021 Arena Studio Worldview World, we said that we view Worldview World as a cornerstone game mode in Guild Wars 2. This statement will hold true for us, and now that Guild Wars 2 End of the Dragon is released, we can further increase our support for Worldview World. Our priorities for Worldview World largely unchanged for what we talked about in our future Worldview World. That's September last year. First, we're actively working on addressing population balance with the yeah, there we go, population balance with the world restructuring system. In the blog post mentioned above, we said that we'd be taking a multi-phase approach to building the system. We're still in phase one now, which is focused on standing up the complex backend infrastructure for the system and refining the matchmaking algorithm. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. You know what World of Warcraft used to do? Blizzard, you know what they do? When there was not enough players in from one server, they would actually invite players from other region, like what is it, transatlantic, what is it, oceanic, people from I think Brazil, I believe. Then would play with North America, and I think there would be people from China as well. There would be people from Europe and Asia who would be combined into what is it, battlegrounds. That would be for battlegrounds. And what was it again? Well, yeah, battleground, mainly battlegrounds. So let's say North America would be missing, population from both sides, like enemy and alliance, like from the hordes and alliances side. For some reason, I don't know how they did it, but they would add automatically people from the Brazil. I say Brazil, well, I think they were from Brazil, but oceanic. They would be invited to be part of either the alliances or the hordes, so it would fill up the gap missing, so that people could still enjoy their, 15, like their 40 man vs 40 man, or 15 vs 15. So it would be funny though, because some people they wouldn't understand English, and and sometimes when we would say something like, "Hey, you have to go there to protect the base," and they would not answer back, and we thought they were bots, but apparently they later on during the game they were like speaking in Spanish or something like that, and I was like, oh, okay, so you don't speak English. So that was one problematic, because when they would combine two different regions in the same battleground, sometimes it would be kind of chaotic, in the sense that nobody would know what you're saying. Like, hey, help me, help me. The guy just, huh? I'm like, help me, help me. What? Oh, you son of. Oh man, I was laughing. That was so funny. But I mean, that's one way to fill the gaps. But is it the best way? Is it a good way to do? That's another that's another thing. But you know what? When I play unranked arenas right now, I don't even look at chat. I don't watch chat anymore. I just because because I don't watch chat. I don't want, because people sometimes they say weird things, and it kind of distract me from having fun, and I just don't watch chat anymore. Yeah. Anyway, Anyway, we've run multiple Phase 01 betas over the past few months, and after taking a short break to release some of the dragons, we'll be getting back to it. Right now, the team is tracking down an incredibly elusive, long-standing bug that caused queues to reset and throw players back to the end of the line. Oh yeah, no, that happened to me one time. Something that happens more often during the highly active beta events. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well yeah, I don't know what it is. That's coding and programming. You guys needs to figure it out. I even made a video about that. I was like waiting, I was waiting for like almost what is it, 30 minute, and once I get in there, when I click OK, I got thrown back at the the back end of the line. I was like, what the shish kebab, man. I was not a happy camper, not at all. Second, we need to make World v World more rewarding for individuals. We took a small step recently by increasing the speed at which the skirmish reward track is completed, but there's much more that we'd like to do, including providing better rewards for active participation. You got to be careful with that. Rewarding for individuals, and I don't like to say this, but I have to say it because if I don't say it, then nobody will. There's a lot of people who likes to, like they join groups, they join a squad, and once they join a squad, sometimes they will AFK for 10, 15 minutes because, they have things to do. What they do, they find a corner, like a place where they can run. They kind of like auto run to a wall, and they just do that. And I've seen a lot of them. And it's not. I saw it one time, and I was like, oh, must be a bug. Saw it another time, oh, another bug. Saw it again, bug, bug, and I've been seeing like maybe 25 times now, or maybe more than that. So I don't think it's a bug. Somebody told me that it's a way to kind of like AFK for a while, while you're in a squad without being kicked out. Because when you're in a squad and you keep moving, even if it's like directly towards a wall, you don't get kicked out because you're in a squad, right? So that's the trick. I did not know about that. And I'm sorry if I have to divulge that, but I mean, the reason I said it is because when you do that, it's kind of unfair for those who are playing. Because you could be AFK for like half an hour or even an hour, nobody, like it's kind of unfair that because you get loots, you do get because when the team, like if the team, let's say, conquer or if you like invade a base, a keep or like a castle, while the person who has been AFKing for like half an hour, he gets the XP. Oh, he gets the XP, and I'm not sure about the loots, but he gets the XP. If you are in a squad. Are you guys feeling my drift? So when you say we need to make World v World more rewarding for individual, be careful with that. Because that's also another way to to take advantage of that, in a sense. So you may want to look into that because I've seen a lot of people doing that, and that's one thing. I don't say anything anymore. I didn't say anything for a while because who cares? Like, I don't, you know what? World v World, it's fun, but like, it's not like unranked arena. The one that I care the most, I would say, is open world and unranked arenas. And those I would really complain, but World v World, I'm like, do whatever you want. But I just want to, point that out just before you do this, by the way. Me, when I get in there, I just roam, or, I get in a group. But, if there's a group. The only problem with World v World is that you never know when there's going to be a group, and I hate that. And I hate to get in there knowing that I'm going to be by myself. I hate that. I just hate it, and I'm like, I just feel like I just wasted my time. I don't know. I just feel bored. I don't know. Explain. I need that hyperness. No, when like when things are chaotic, when they're like 80 players vs 80 players. Oh, we're being attacked. We're being invaded. We're trying to get this base. Oh, people are. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. I like this kind of hyperness. I need to feel that when I get in World v World all the time. The second that I get in there and I don't feel that hype, I'm like, boring. I feel it's boring. It is. It is boring. What do you want me to do? Like, oh, I'm gonna get in a keep. I'm gonna gather those 3 nods. Go to the other keep. Gather another 3 nods. Oh, look, there's nobody. I'm gonna go to the camp. Get those 2 nods. Gather those 2 nods, and I just walk around. It's boring. I'll be honest with you. I gotta be straightforward. You guys need to hear this. You need to hear this. You need to hear this. I'll be honest with you. You want to know why Guild Wars 2? You want the Guild Wars 2 to be at the top? You need to hear these things. All right. It's up to you if you want to listen, but yeah. We took a small step recently by increasing the speed at which the skirmish reward track is completed. To be honest with you, I never look at that. I never look at the skirmish reward track. When I get into World v World, I get in there to get into that chaotic battlegrounds. I get in there to fight. I get in there to have fun. My fun is not to get rewards. I do want rewards, but my real fun is to get into that battle where everything is chaotic and when people are like, "Oh my God, we got to defend. We have to work as a group. We have to kill these people. We have to do this. We have to do it." This is my fun. I don't care about skirmish reward. I really don't. If you guys can give me that chaotic, let's get in there. Let's battle every single time that I log in. You got me already. World v World will be my priority from now and forever. That's all I can tell you. All right, but I don't know if that's gonna happen though. But there's much, much more that we'd like to do. I know some of you also will say, "Oh, you need to join a guild that does worldview world. You have more fun." Well, look, look, look. I don't want to join a guild. See, that's the thing. Now you're forcing me to do something I don't want to do. I don't want to join a guild. I don't want to be forced to join a guild to have fun. All right. So if I cannot join as a solo player, a feature in order to have this, this atmosphere, this ambience of like, oh, this is, this hyperness, then I'd rather not join it. That's all it is. And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna have any resentment or anything. I'm just saying, like me, I'm a solo player. You like to be in the group, that's fine, but I don't, and it's my prerogative to decide what kind of game type of player I am. I am that kind of player. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, I understand what you're saying. If I join a guild that does, was it World v World, I'll have more chances, to have more fun, that chaotic ambience and stuff. But I don't, because first of all, I have to figure out when they're gonna log in, and am I gonna be available when they log in for their raid or whatever. I'm not, yeah, log in any pretty much random times of the day, so I cannot tell. That's why it's irrelevant for me to join a guild, and I don't want to join a guild. I'll be honest with you, and that's the way it is. Like it or like it or hate it. It's up to you. But there's much, much more that we'd like to do, including providing better rewards for active participation. As we mentioned last year, once population balance and rewards are addressed, our theory is that world v world gameplay will see a significantly shift balance. Yeah, yeah, no, I know, right? Sometimes you have like so many players from the enemy side, and we have like 10 players on our side. I'm like, what the hell? How is that even fair? Like, that's kind of, I don't want to say stupid, but that's kind of dumb. You have 80 players, like, like killing us. They're like, they're like massacring us. We're like 10, 15 players versus 80 players from one server and 60 players from another server. That's how fair, how balanced is that? What kind of fairness is that? Like that doesn't make me want a world v world for sure. That doesn't want to make. What am I? Come on, you know. And at that point, we intend to look very hard at core world v world system upgrades, scoring, siege, and balance them to ensure that the world experience is still reflecting our vision. Yeah. Speaking of balance, profession balance has a huge impact on world viewer experience profession. Whether you tend to play as a roamer, a havoc player, or if you choose to run with 49 or more of your closest friends, this brings us to our next area of focus. Profession updates. Balance and maintenance of Guild Wars 2 extensive combat system, including the latest elite spec released with Ender Dragon, is important for keeping gameplay engaging and various across PvP moving forward. It will be making profession and elite specialization updates a higher priority. We'll be making professions and elite spec updates a higher priority. Our plan includes quarterly profession updates with smaller release in between as we monitor and respond to how the meta in each game mode takes shape. In addition to the number of tweaks that you're used to seeing, the team will be revisiting some underpowered and underused weapon skill traits or utility for each profession in each profession update to help expand your arsenal. We will continue to make game mode specific balance adjustment as needed. We'll be releasing some PvP and World v World balance change in the March 29 update, and our first major profession update will drop on June 21. Balance, what do you mean by PvP and World v World balance changes? Well, there's one thing that is a little bit that I've noticed so far for the last 5 months. It's the I think it's the Elementalist. The Elementalist in World v World, they have I think they have infinite barrier. I don't know what kind of trait they have, but they have barriers that are so infinite that they reflect projectile. They have they have what's the spell again? The confusion. Like they can literally they're kind of overpowered to me personally, like elementalists. And once their cooldown is down, when they have no more cooldowns, they get away very fast. They can get away, they can run away, and there's no way for us to there's no way for us to catch them. So to me, I think elementalists are overpowered in World v World. That's my thinking, because I every time I see an elementalist, I don't even want to fight them. because I know I have no chance to beat them. Well, well, because they have everything to counter, they have everything to defend themselves, and they have everything to run away when they have nothing else, to attack. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't know about elementalists. You guys let me know what you think. But in unranked arenas, elementalists, they're different because they don't have the same. Because it's different in unranked arena. They don't have the set. They don't have set. We only have amulets, sigils, and what is it? Amulet and sigils, I think. But we don't have sets. And also we don't have the armor. That the armor is kind of scales it scales equally to everyone. Everything depends on the amulet and the sigils and the runes, I believe. So yeah, that's why I prefer PV unranked arena. It's more, to me personally, it's more fair because it's no because everybody's kind of equal in a sense. I don't know. This month the team is focused on polishing up Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons by addressing content balance issue, exploits, and bug fix. Your feedback has been immensely helpful in this regard, and we're continuing to watch conversation around rewards, meta, difficulty. Yeah, dragons and meta. I did it like 5 times, and I think I'm done. I don't think I'll be doing it again. I don't. It's not that it's bad, guys. It's not that it's hard. It's just that you absolutely need to have a group, an entire group of is it 25 or I forgot how many, but I think it's 25 players. Everybody needs to know what they're doing. You cannot get in this meta with 2 or 3 people not knowing what they're doing. It's impossible. I'll be honest with you. I did a lot of raids in World of Warcraft. It's impossible to complete a meta if half the team doesn't know what they're doing. Trust me on that. That's why I don't want to do it. Not because it's hard, but because it is impossible for me to find a group that that 90% of the group knows what they're doing. It will be and I don't feel like I want to search for one, and I don't feel like joining a guild that will do. I don't feel like any of those. I just want to relax. I just want to roam. I just want to do exploration. I'll do unranked arena, maybe a little bit of worldview world gathering. I do a lot of gatherings, and that's it. That's my fun. I don't need to do this meta. So unfortunately, the meta is to me. It's not that it's difficult. It's that it's difficult to find a group that knows mechanic. Like an entire groups of 95% of the group that knows the mechanic. It's gonna be, this is the difficulty to find a group that knows mechanic, not the mechanic. The mechanic is easy as shit. I understand mechanic already. But like finding a group that understand what I understand is another story. So I'm not gonna do it again. I don't feel like doing it again. Elite specialization and others. Please continue to share your thoughts with us and keep an eye on the forums and our social media channels for updates. But again, let me go back. Um, no, I don't want to go back there. We're also working on finalizing the 4 strike mission challenge mode, the first of which is slated to release on April 19. We've already heard a lot of positive feedbacks about the design of the encounter, and we're excited to see the community tackle these epic encounters over the next few months. The first new variant for the Generation 3 legendary weapons for all weapons types will drop on May 24th. First new variant. Oh, nice. First theme after the fearsome Elder Dragon Zaytan. Detail on how to unlock these variants will become available closer to the release. Any guess as to what second variant will be in June? Finally, we're happy to confirm that we're working on the next story update for Guild Wars 2, including a new map set in Kanto region. Fine, nice, nice. Yeah, I was wondering, how come there's only 4 maps? I was like, I thought it's gonna be bigger. There's like so much space in there that, like, I was like, where's the rest of the map? But it's coming in the future. The story and how we tell it. Well, the thing about story, I'll be honest with you. I gotta be very honest with you. See this girl over here? I was expecting her to play a bigger role in the storyline. I'm not gonna say any more than that, but the thing is this. I was hoping she would play a bigger role. And unfortunately, it was not what I expected. Because she looks like a great evilish girl. And I like her. Well, I like how she, I like the plot, how she enters the story and everything, but I just don't like how everything ends. It was too, I don't know, I just don't like it. I wish she could have been there until the end. And you know what I mean? Yeah. Um, the story needs to be more some I don't know, maybe a little bit more profound. Well, profound and not that but like I don't know, man. I don't know. Explain. It has to be. You guys remember Lich King from World of Warcraft, Arthas and his father? That's profound. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to do the same thing, but I'm just pointing out what I mean by profound. It has to be deep. Like you have to hurt me. You have to hit me right there. That's what I'm talking. By the way, I'm a filmmaker as well. I'm a storyteller. I can make a story for you guys if you want. But I mean, if you want, but I don't. Well, I'm not gonna do it. But what I'm saying is that it has to be. Oh my God, I have to fall in tears. I have to fall in tears. No, you have. I have to fall in tears. You know what I mean? That kind of story. But I mean, you guys know what you're doing, so I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But I'm just giving you my little overview about her. I wish she would have been there until the end. That's all. The story can go in so many interesting direction now that the Elder Dragon thread is addressed. Here's a look at the major releases of the 3 months. March 15, End of Dragon's polished build. Martin, okay, yeah. Sunshine Junkyard Challenge. Oh, there's something you guys should add, by the way. Drone kart racing. Our Jade Bot racing. You should do that. I don't know why not. You should do a Jade Bot racing with like some sort of a Mario Party kart thingy. That would be super mega amazing. Like seriously, like I would really love to like because the Jade Bot. I'll be honest with you about the Jade Bot. I'm a little bit disappointed because I never see it. I never see the Jade Bot. Like the way that you promoted something, it's funny. It's like they're saying, "Oh, we have this beautiful, nice feature. Oh, but look at that. You'll never get to see it." I'm like, bro. It's kind of weird. Like I want to love the Jade Bot, but I never get to see it. I'll be honest with you. I've been playing, End of the Dragon for like a week and a half, 2 weeks now, and sometimes I don't even remember that I have a Jade Bot. I'm like, wait a second, what is that? Oh, it's my Jade Bot. Oh shit, I forgot I had a Jade Bot all this time. I'm like, I don't even think about it because I never see it. And I know you're gonna say, oh, we have to remove the Jade Bot because it would be too much graphic thing and blah blah blah. Yeah, I know. Well, see, that's the thing about MMORPGs. And I hate to do this. I hate to do this. I hate to say this. If you want to be part of the big, you need to bring it. You want to be part of the big, you need to. What I mean by that, look at World of Warcraft. They would have allowed that Jadebot. They would have implemented the Jadebot uh, physical design for everybody. Well, let me see. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, they would. I think they would. Blizzard would do it. I'm pretty sure they would. Because they got. If I think, let me think. If I remember correctly, in every battlegrounds, if you have a mini pet, they don't remove it. Like in battlegrounds, even in battlegrounds, we are, our minis, they would not remove it. We would be able to have our minis following us in battlegrounds, 15 vs 15, 40 vs 40 man. So I don't know how they did it, but they're programming, their coding. I don't know how they do it, but it doesn't really the end of the world. What I'm saying is that they would allow things that you don't allow. So if you want to be, like if you want to go up the stairs where they are and even higher than them, you got to be better than them. You have to show that you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? But also, I know you're gonna say, "Oh, well, we don't have the same resources," and well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because as you can see right now, as a 16 years MMO players, I don't even notice that I have a Jade bot. So I've been playing this End of the Dragons for 2 weeks now, I think, and I don't even realize, I don't even remember having a Jade bot. The only time I remember it is when I see a Jade bot workstation. I'm like, oh wait a second, I have a Jade bot. Yeah. And then when I go do my thing, worldview world battlegrounds, I'm like, I totally forget I have a Jade bot. So to me, your Jade bot is kind of non-active. It's like it's kind of like I don't have a Jade bot. You know what I mean? It's kind of sad to me because I love the Jade bot. I just want to point that out. You may want to consider that. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. Super Adventure Festival End of Dragon Polish build. Yeah, I heard about that. That's some sort of thingy, Super Adventure Festival. I want to try that. End of Dragon Polish build, March 15. I don't know what that is. Zunzai Junkyard, Living World Season 1, Air to Play Hideout Challenge Mode, April 19. That's good. I want to see that. Living World Season 1, Episode 2, Canine Overlook Challenge Mode, New Legendary Weapon Variant. Oh, Shish Kebab, May 24th. June 7, Dragon Bash Festival. Ooh, I want to try that, Dragon Bash. Yeah, I want to try that. June 28th, Balance Update, New Legendary Weapon Variant. Nice. I'm interested in the legendary, but I've been looking recently at the legendary third generation right now, and I started. I'll be honest with you, I started to work on it, but I was like, "Holy shish kebab! Are you serious? I have to do all this?" I don't know, but I want the hammer. I want the hammer, the legendary hammer. I really want it, so I'm gonna keep working on it. Beta and also the bow, the longbow, of course. Well, worldview betas and bonus event will be announced once their dates are locked in. Okay, so it's not finished yet, the worldview betas. I thought it was finished. Anyway, further transmission. We've made some significant strides over the last year when it comes to communicating with all you. Studio updated blogs, live stream roadmaps, postmortem, and more. It's been very gratifying to see our effort on this front receiving so positively by the community, but we want to do more. Moving forward, we'll be publishing a regular state of the game blog post to keep you informed on the latest dev news, address top concern within the game and the community, and give you an inside look into the studio and the dev of Guild Wars 2. The content of these posts will change with each iteration, but we hope that they become something you look forward for reading, discussing. There's still plenty left for us to discuss. The future of Confirmed. One last update before we go. We're happy to confirm that there will be a fourth expansion for Guild Wars 2. Are you insane? Are you serious? What the shish kebab? Oh my god, I'm already hyped with the End of Dragons. How are you gonna do a fourth expansion? What the hell? We mean it. We say we're focused on the long term. This is a very early confirmation, the early we've ever done this, in fact. So don't expect news anytime soon. Expansion takes a very long time to develop. Plus, there's plenty of cool things to look forward to between now and then. Of course, of course, of course. On behalf of the entire ArenaNet team, thank you for your continued support. We sincerely believe that our best years as a studio are ahead of us. A new beginning that starts with Guild Wars 2 and the Dragons. Talk to Amy, Colin, Josh, JD, and the Guild Wars 2. Yeah. Good job, guys. No, thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. I want to thank ANET for this beautiful game. I've said a lot of stuff. I said a lot of stuff about the game, but it's not to make it. I don't want to say that the game is bad. Don't take me wrong. I love the game. No matter what you guys decide, I'm still gonna play the game. The reason why I say what I say is because I want the game to be better. I want you guys to be number one, not number two, not number three. So what I say is really because I really care. Because if I didn't care about the game, I would just say, "Oh, okay, so that's good. Next." I wouldn't say anything, right? So yeah. So if you can take my arguments constructively, then that's good because you may or may not consider it. That's up to you. But I'm telling you what drives me to play an MMO. What drives me the most right now, it's what I just said all before. So you may want to rewind and reread what I said. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys hype? I'm very very excited, very happy right now. I'm still like leveling up my class, like learning, having fun with Untamed, having fun with the Necromancer. I do want to play other classes. I just did not finish leveling up my Warrior, my Mesmer, my Elementalist, and I forgot the fourth one. So I still have to level them up before I can play the Elite spec. And yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm very happy to know that Living World Season 1 is coming back. This is such a big good news. I don't know if it has to do with me in my past videos that I kept saying that how come I can't play Living World Season 1. I don't know if ANET is watching my videos, but that's kind of weird that this comes back after me complaining about it in the past in many of my videos. It makes me feel like maybe they're watching me. Maybe they do actually. No. Anyway, it doesn't matter, guys. So I'm happy, and I can't wait to play it because I want to see Lady Casmer going berserk. That's pretty much my priority right now. I think she's kind of hot when she gets angry, so I want to see that. Oh man, this is good. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and let me know what you guys think. Are you hype? What do you guys? What is it that you like? What is it that you don't like? Let me know. Cheers. Thank you. Love you. Bye.